Hi, I'm Greg from Stone Brewing Company. You're here for Ryan's Beer Reviews. Let's see what's on tap today.
Welcome back, beer tubers. Ryan here, back another episode of San Diego Beer Vlog. Thanks for joining me. I'm going to sound like a broken record, but we're going to look at yet another Stone collaboration beer. This is the Evil Twin Stillwater Stone, the Perfect Crime Black Smoked Saison. Sounds interesting. 6.8%. I didn't look at the press release to see what hops and malt they're using, so I'm just going to do this one blind. But I do like Saisons. I don't think I've ever had a black Saison, but I do like smoked beers, so I'll be curious to see how this all works out. This is the latest collaboration they've done, just got released. Pours out pretty dark. I mean, it looks like a porter. It's fairly opaque, but you get a lot of red, kind of mahogany edges around the sides of the glass. You got about half a finger of very, very light brown, more like a tan head. Looks like there's some decent carbonation on there as well. Let's get the aroma. Interesting. It's definitely different than I expected. It's not overly smoky. There's a little bit of a smoke character in there. So certainly getting a lot of that phenolic Saison yeast type of character. It has like just a nice spice character. Touch of banana in there. There's a little bit of almost like a black licorice character in there, like an anise. I get some sweet, bready notes. There's almost like a sugary, almost like Coca-Cola kind of character in the aroma as well. Smells pretty interesting. Let's dig into this Nomad or Gypsy Brewer collaboration with Stone. Cheers. Oh, that's different. It's not as smoky as I thought it was going to be. It certainly retains that Saison character, but you certainly have these vague sort of porterish notes to it, but with the yeast, almost go like a Abbey style double almost, but there's that little tinge of smokiness in there. Up front you get quite a bit of bitterness, no surprise, it's Stone beer, right? But not your typical American hop bitterness. It's definitely more that earthy, spicy, herbal character. That good amount of bitterness up front. Then it transitions very sweet in the middle. Big malt character. And then the end has that really kind of spicy, phenolic yeast character. You get a little bit of that banana coming through, but it tends to be more of a peppery Saison yeast character. The more I drink it, the more bitterness I get. It's definitely balanced, I'd say, more to the bitter side of things. There's certainly that big sweetness I mentioned. I'll get into those kind of details, but it finishes dry as well. So it sort of drinks like an IPA in that sense of just a nice dry finish, but a good hop character up front. Midway through, you get the malt character follows the aroma pretty well. You get a little bit of this sort of licorice, slight kind of roasted coffee note. There's definitely a sugary, brown sugar, molasses sort of character in there as well. The sweetness that comes up. A good sweet, bready, biscuity malt character in there as well. I'm actually not picking up a huge smoke character on this beer, which could be a good thing for some people that don't like smoked beers. But I was kind of hoping for more of that bacon campfire that you get in the Rauch malt or rock malt, or maybe some of the peat malt that you get in Stone Smoked Porter. I don't know, maybe they're using a different smoked malt in this one. I probably should have researched that before I did this review, but there's a little bit of smoke character, but it is pretty well integrated into the beer. The hops, I think, cover it up quite a bit along with some of the malt and yeast character. The more I drink on it, the more I get the citrus tinge to the hop character, actually. It's a little bit of a bitter grapefruit, lemon peel coming into play up front. So you have the citrus character, a lot of pepperiness. You got some of that darker malt character. It's a pretty interesting beer. There's some nice complexities to it. It's maybe a little disjointed, maybe a little too hoppy right now to kind of, the hops tend to overpower, I think, the malt character a little bit too much, and same with the yeast character. So I think this one, you know, give it a little more time. I'll probably buy a couple more bottles to see how this kind of ages over time, because it's 6.8%, you know, it's going to hang in there for a while. Worth checking out for sure. I'm going to go B on this one. I think it's definitely above average. It's an interesting take on the style. It's certainly drinkable. A little disjointed though right now. I think it's going to come together with some more age. So if you can get this one, check it out. The Evil Twin Stillwater Stone, The Perfect Crime. I'm just bummed there's not more smoke character in there. I was hoping to have more of that campfire or peat smoke character. And to me that sort of gets buried in the mix, maybe a little too much hops. Because it definitely does not stand out on my palate, at least. So that's going to wrap it up. Until next time, please comment, subscribe. Cheers.